As it turns out, Professor Amin Hussein is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to anti-Semitism at Gallatin. I spent the afternoon talking to numerous Jewish students at Gallatin, and what I have learned is incredibly frightening. They shared with me their collective note of quotes that professors have said since October 7th. I'm going to share them with you now. Professor Valerie Foreman insisted on discussing in class the conflict in the Middle East, even though it was completely unrelated to the subject she was teaching. She asserted that Hamas was a military group and not a terrorist organization, and that Israel was a group of colonizers. Professor Foreman also claimed that not many Jews had been killed, and there was no proof that babies were beheaded, and she also nodded in agreement at the statement that Israeli people deserve what happened to them. A few days after Hamas's October 7th attack, Professor Marie Cruz Soto addressed her class. She asserted that Israel is a colonizing power and deserves to be destroyed. Hamas is part of the resistance. Violence from Israel permeates the entire world and directly causes violence in America and for people of color globally. And rich Jewish donors that control NYU are trying to silence her. Charles Gelman, a member at Gallatin, was caught tearing down posters of innocent hostages and said it's because of Israel's vicious and brutal occupation.
Why are you taking that down?
By Israel's vicious and brutal occupation.
What do those people have to do with it?
The students went to the dean asking for help, and she basically said she was sorry, but there was nothing she could do. The students also expressed their deep concern about an upcoming event that Gallatin is hosting called The Radical Art of Listening. This event is to occur from January 29th through February 1st, and it is being moderated by a man named Brett Davidson, who graduated from Gallatin. Brett Davidson has a long history of posting anti-Israel propaganda. He told these students that it was just too hard to find a moderator who had a neutral point of view. So my question is, if they are going to bring in a moderator who has a public anti-Israel stance, then why not bring in somebody else for a sense of balance? Everyone's favorite word. Why not bring in a pro-Israel voice, a pro-Israel alum? Hi guys, I just can't help but wonder what is holding the predominantly Jewish leadership of this university back from protecting their Jewish students. Why do they insist upon turning a blind eye to this blatant anti-Semitism? This would never happen if it was any other group of people, but for some reason, there is this consistent double standard when it comes to the Jews. Makes me ask a lot of questions, but we're going to save that for the next video.